Hi everyone, this is Blake, and in today's episode, I was going to be answering the question of does a compass really point north? So we have two kinds of north. The first kind of north is the one that you usually think of. It's at the top of the map, and it is the geographic location near the Arctic Circle. The geographic north is usually characterized by the location being where the axis of the Earth are located on the north and south, where it tilts back and forth. The second kind of north is the magnetic north, and that is the location where the Earth's core creates a field that covers the Earth that protects us from harm. And that is currently, the middle of it is located in between Canada and Greenland. Now, when you look at a compass, compasses are programmed to search for the geomagnetic field, as the little dial inside the compasses are magnetic, and search for that output given off by the magnetic field. The problem that this creates is due to the fact that the magnetic field is slowly moving each year, and therefore it is unpredictable to exactly where it is. And if you rely solely on the location that the compass gives you, since it is looking for the magnetic field, your sense of direction may be off. After scientists have studied them, they have concluded that the north and south magnetic poles have annually been moving about 6 miles or 9.5 kilometers per year up until the 1990s. The South Pole has actually stayed the same. It is still moving at about 6 miles or 9.5 kilometers a year, but the North has picked up speed, and it is moving now at an accelerated pace of 31 miles or 49.5 kilometers a year. This has baffled scientists as to why it is moving so fast. Scientists think that the reason the magnetic poles are shifting and changing is due to pulses and reactions in Earth's core. Currently, the location of the North Geomagnetic Pole is to the northeast of Canada or to the west of Greenland. But scientists have found that it is slowly creeping and now accelerating towards Siberia, Russia. One of the questions this brings up is what will happen to the northern lights? Currently, people in the region around Europe are able to see the northern lights pretty frequently, but with the magnetic poles shifting, will that change, and will people in Siberia, Russia be able to better see the northern lights? The answer to that question is actually kind of conflicted. Some scientists think that the northern lights are tied to the geomagnetic location, which in this case, if it is, it would be bad for the people that live in the Europe region, as they would no longer be able to see the northern lights. But then some other scientists think that the location of the northern lights is tied to the true north, the location of the north that will not change and is located at the top of the earth. So the answer to that question is actually kind of conflicted. Some scientists think that the location of the northern lights are tied to the location of the geomagnetic poles, which if it's moving to Siberia, then that will definitely mean that the people in the European region will not be able to see the northern lights anymore, and the people in Russia will. But then some other scientists think that the northern lights are tied to the geographic location, which is stationary at the top of the Earth, near the axis and near the Arctic Circle. So time will tell if the location of the northern lights changes or not. While the scientists have been doing research on the north and south poles to see how they work, They have also found that during the past 150 years, the North and South poles have weakened both by about 10%. Due to this discovery, scientists think that it may be a warning sign that the North and South poles are both about to flip. This could be very bad as it could throw the magnetic shield we have on our planet off, but don't be alarmed because from what scientists have discovered, it looks like this process takes about 1,000 years to fully take effect. That being said, we could be in the middle of a pole reversal right now since the poles have been constantly moving and are speeding up lately. So nevertheless, now you know that a compass does not actually point north in the way that you probably thought it does. And it can actually be a little misleading and could lead you off if you're looking to go in a very specific direction. This is especially true for people who live closer up north, as there would not be as much ratio for error as there would if you were living farther south. So, say you were going on your next adventure and you were going to use a compass, go ahead and just check out a map of the current geomagnetic location. And so then you can pull up the map, see where it is, and you can calculate that versus the direction of the true north. And then you can finely tune the direction in which you want to go. So I hope you learned something new today. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you press the like button and subscribed so you can be updated when I put out more learning content. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you.